the inimitable Jay Campbell and Nick Andrews. Nick and Jay, for the people who don't know you guys, can you introduce yourselves and what you do?
Sure, I'll go first real quick. Jay Campbell, biohacker, author, online gypsy, and co-founder of Aseir Custom.
I'm Nick Andrews. I am nowhere near the pinnacle of Jay. I am the other co-founder of Aseir Custom, mainly a nerd, pharmaceutical background for the most part.
Nick is the smartest guy in the room, though. Don't let anybody fool you.
He's very he's very modest.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, just let me try to understand. Have you guys worked with copywriters in the past, and to what extent?
So obviously, yes, you. Now, I've worked with a number of copywriters. I have two copywriters that work with jcampbell.com. And then I've also worked with copywriters in my real estate and digital automotive marketing background. So I've been working with copywriters for over 20 years, for sure.
So I don't have quite the depth Jay does. I have not really delved into the copywriting world until I moved out of the pharma world into the e-com space with Aseir Custom. We worked with you pretty early on in the beginning of the BO, but we've been through quite a few copywriters as well. So it's, you know, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly.
So tell me, what was going on in the business that motivated you guys to reach out to us and to me in particular?
I think we worked with you twice. At the very beginning, we needed somebody to help us with our email copy and obviously our website copy. You did both. And at the time, you were already working with me. So that's how I knew you. Obviously, I knew you from Twitter from like 5 years ago. You and I had done podcasts together talking about all sorts of stuff. And I knew you were very credible, you know, again, just from your reputation with people you worked with online. And obviously then you worked with me and you helped me write my email sequence again for the Jay Campbell brand, which is phenomenal, which I'm literally attempting to locate right now. Because when ConvertKit deleted me at the beginning of the year, we lost all that, but I know it's saved somewhere in my Dropbox. But we worked with you early in last year and we couldn't afford you, as you know, because we were a struggling, fledgling launch, startup company. And you still helped us. And we said, hey, we'll get back to you. And then, of course, we did. And we came back to you in the middle of this year. And subsequently, we will still be using you. But we're making a lot of changes as we upshift and up-level our brand. But, you helped write us most of the copy on the current website. You did a phenomenal job. So we're obviously very grateful to you for that.
So what I'll add to that is that, we engaged in the very beginning when the Aseir was just starting up, just because we didn't have those resources. Jade worked with you. He'd really liked your work. And you really got us off to a good start. Then we kind of went on our way. And, one of the great parts of the experience we've had with you is just the long-term relationship, because unfortunately we had a spot where our previous resources for copywriting and email fell apart last minute before Black Friday. So suddenly it was, hair on fire. What do we do? Quick, let's call Nabil. And you know what, dude? You showed up in a moment and you helped us in a tight spot. There aren't many people who perform at your level who would do that.
Yes. My pleasure. And then I remember when Jay contacted me, you DM me on Twitter. I was like, hey, man, can I just pay you a bunch of money to write us some sales pages for the brow and lash product and basically overhaul the copy on our website, which we did. And I think that turned out pretty well. And then you asked me to stay on and consult with you guys for a while with your email copy and a few other things. So was it just the copy that I helped you guys with, or were there other areas where we offered you some advice and expertise?
No, you pretty much helped us fire our last agency when you pointed out on many occasions on our team calls, like, are you guys fucking idiots? Excuse my language, but hopefully that you can scrub that from the testimonial. But the reality is that you helped us in a lot of different ways, from email architecture to flows, segmentation, even at MMS and SMS, you helped a lot. But again, your insights into the people we were working with, not really understanding what they should understand, was obviously crucial in us realizing. And Nick made the decision before I did. I was very reluctant with them because there were a lot of red flag and warning signals. I remember having the call with you driving home late at night on the weekend from Dubai. You called me on WhatsApp and you're like, dude, there's a lot of issues here. Be careful. And I was like, yeah, I know, we're going to give him a chance. But literally like 2 weeks later, some other stuff happened. And Nick was like, now we're done. Let him know we're done. And so then we unraveled with them. And now we feel we're the really powerful agency who's doing things right. Also a UX custom coder who's going to take over development. So we feel like we're in the right place now. And obviously that's why we told you that we want to keep you in the back pocket for special projects in 2022, which I'm sure there will be numerous. But yeah, I mean, dude, you were a jack of all trades and you really helped us from a business insight standpoint. So again, I know I'm speaking for Nick. We're very grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll echo that 100%. Another aspect to that is recognizing the resources your business needs and how to use them. You know, Nabeel, you and Dropcopy as an organization, phenomenal tool, phenomenal at what you do, offer great insights in the whole segment, like Jay was saying. From a business perspective, you know, as you're growing your business, at some point you do have to bring more of that in-house. But from a strategic perspective, you have to realize you're going to have unexpected needs, gaps. So that's why, from our perspective, we did wrap up our current engagement with you, but we were also like, hey, you're not going anywhere. You're going to be getting a call from us again. Maybe it's a campaign that pops up out of nowhere. You know, maybe we lose a key person in the organization. At this point, with our experience and our familiarity with you and Dropcopy overall, you know, we know who to call.
Yes, sir, at your service. You know, the one thing that I'm really proud of more than the actual copy I wrote was that one piece of advice that I gave you guys is to speed up your website, and you guys took action on that. And I was looking at the Shopify earlier this year, like in the middle of the year, the store was converting at like 3.5%, which is pretty good, yeah? But now in November, we got it up to, well, in October, which is usually a slow month before Black Friday, we got it up to 10% conversion rate. And then in November, it was 12.8, so 13% conversion rate, which is like, you know, like 4 times. It's like, it's crazy. I'm actually most proud about that. Even though I didn't do the actual work, I just say, hey, guys, you might want to look at this.
Well, what's funny is, remember, you were the guys that found, what were they? Landing page guys, right? And so we took a lot of their advice. It was helpful, definitely helped conversion on-site pro. And then working with them, as you know, they were changing companies and it was just wrong place, wrong time, or wrong time, wrong place, whatever with them. And that turned out to be a total debacle, but they still delivered. And obviously a lot of those things are converting really, really well. But we learned a lot, obviously, from that, because then from them, we got the, what are they called? Ecom Allies guys who massively up-leveled our speed. And I think now our average page load, and they're actually back to working on it right now, but our average page speed load time now is under 3.5 seconds on every page, which, as you know, previously was 9 seconds. It was like 8.8 seconds. So, I mean, again, that's a massive up-leveling. And yes, that has definitely helped with conversion.
Yes,
yeah, I mean, just, you know, that's one more example of insights, right? So there were multiple insights you provided along the way that were just pure gold, from, you know, where we had our previous agency dropping the ball in some areas that may not have been immediately obvious to Jay and I. And Nabeel's kind of like, hey, Nick, hey, Jay, you might want to take a look at X, Y, or Z, all the way over to the page speed. So to your point, you know, what you did for us wasn't just copy, it was insights across the board.
And then I was taking over. We had the agency technically handling paid traffic and stuff. So Jay asked me to just take a look at the email marketing side of things. And from September and November, I was handling the email marketing. So tell me about the results or the transformation before and after, in the 3 months before I was working with you and the 3 months after.
I mean, again, you know how to write effective copy. You write text-based copy that converts really well in comparison to most templatized stuff. The thing is that from my perspective, because of who we are now, we're a luxury online skincare brand. There has to be a look and feel that comes along that wasn't something that you were really able to do because you're a copywriter. You're not a full service email, graphics, content team or whatever. So we just up-leveled that. But I mean, as far as conversion, dude, you're an amazing writer. I mean, you write converting copy. I still think that the big needle mover for our products in November was that Nick and I did a 50% discount, which led to a $100,000 day on Monday, which is literally double any day we've ever done. The biggest day we had ever done was 49,000, which I think, Nick, was in early November. Remember when we did that 45% or whatever it was coupon off for SMS and email, which again, you were involved in. along with Jake. And then we doubled the production on Monday. But yeah, I mean, phenomenal results. And yeah, from what we had previously with the agency that will remain unnamed, just significant improvement.
The copy, we went from a place where our previous agency had really ended up with our email off the rails. You helped us to really recover that just by your multiple insights, helping run the email itself, and also with your copy. So once again, it was just gold across the board.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. Actually, the biggest needle mover was that discount. You offer a 50% discount, you don't need copy. Like you just say, hey, 50% discount, click here. It's like you could like train your monkey to do that. I was actually just taking a look at your Klaviyo, and June to August, which is before I started working with you guys, the average email revenue was at 46,000, little over 46,000 and change. And then September to November, the average was 100,000. So we effectively doubled your email revenue. But what I'm really most impressed with was we were able to do this without paid traffic, because we were always having trouble getting the paid traffic up and running.
And we may never be a paid traffic brand. Nick and I will find that out hardcore, I'd say within the next 90 days, as our current agency gathers all the data and aggregates all the data. Or we may just be a paid traffic company for our lower priced products, because let's face it, the dynamics of the market are changing globally right now. There's becoming a giant surf class across the planet, and they don't really have money. Can they afford $300 hair loss product? Fuck no. Can they afford a $59 brow and lash product? Yes. Can they afford products coming from us like a beard product and a conditioner product? Yes, because these are price points that are not going to be like, outlandish, but we are definitely not an easy brand to market online. There is no doubt about it. If you look at our competitors like Lemur or Rodan and Fields and all these high-end Estee Lauders and stuff like that, they don't do any paid traffic. These are luxury, ultra luxury products and brands, and they can't. I mean, it would never make sense, right? So obviously we have jumped into that, and we have attempted to be those people as far as running paid traffic campaigns, but we may not be that people. We may end up being a luxury celebrity endorsed brand, or a brand that has like very significant influencers. But I mean, we're going to have to figure out our marketing. It's not an easy fix for us right now. There's no doubt about that.
So let's talk about how we did for November. Obviously, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, biggest time of the year for everybody. What was the final tally?
So we did 400,000. A little bit over 400,000, which is a phenomenal goal, a reach for us, especially considering where we were with 2 days left in the month. I think we ended up doing 148 or something like that. So we were like 250. And then in the last 2 days of the month, we grew to 150,000. So our biggest month ever. The previous month, our biggest month had been 348,000. And that was the month that we were on Ben Greenfield's podcast in June of last year. And we had 2 articles run on his site, and then also a huge podcast about hair restoration and understanding hair loss. So a significant month for us and milestone for us. And our goals now as we move forward in 2022 is to be at $500,000. That's where we want to be. And hopefully a little bit over that, have a couple of months where we grow, significantly over that. And if we do, then the likelihood that we can get to 8 figures by the end of next year it's there.
The numbers are great and all. From my perspective, the biggest takeaway was that we had a bit of a running off the rails of our previous agency, meaning we went into November essentially with no Black Friday plan, which is obviously a huge issue because they took all that with them. So to me, the really impressive thing is, you get a call from us of, oh crap, help. And in a matter of a week or two, we had the entire plan put together and we're executing. So, numbers are great by all means, but putting something together that quickly and executing on it, that's huge.
Yeah, then obviously you guys get the credit for coming up with the promo ideas and things like that. So when you have a product that's this good and then the customer base that's so loyal, I think it's very easy to do these kind of numbers on a Black Friday sale. So last question, what would you say to anybody who's on the fence about working with Dropkick Copy or hiring me to write their copy for them?
Don't wait, man. There's nothing more important than having really good, engaging, deep, insightful emails to your email list and to people who want to buy products from you. And I would also say that Nabil writes really converting copy for websites too. So if, that's something you're considering, you guys should look at doing for that too.
I'd echo that 100%. If nothing else, a good demonstration of why Nabil has been a great choice for us, and I think would probably be a great choice for anybody, is you were the one who engaged us, Nabil. Like, hey guys, I see your products, but there's kind of some technical aspects. Let's set aside a call because I just need to do a deep dive so I can really understand this stuff and how to produce the best copy for you. So that alone, that much effort, we weren't trying to say, hey, Nabil, we need to educate you. You were the one initiating that, saying, hey, I need to make sure I understand X, Y, and Z good enough to really produce the right copy for you. So, I mean, honestly, from my experience, I don't think you're going to get that from a lot of people.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. I really